From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Trees pulled out of the ground, power lines knocked down, and homes severely damaged. That is just some of the aftermath the greater Hazleton area is dealing with today after severe storms ripped through the area. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jasmine Brooks. More on the extreme weather in just a minute, but first, News 13 has learned a body was found near the Delacroix field in Freeland. We continue to wait for more information from Freeland police on this incident, and investigators at this time remain tight-lipped about what happened on the north side. Moving on tonight, severe storms ripped through the greater Hazleton area late Wednesday afternoon, leaving power lines down, trees knocked over, and homes damaged. Dark clouds moved in quickly and heavy rain followed. Within minutes, the wind picked up, causing treacherous conditions on the roadways. In Foster Township, the heavy wind and rain caused this building behind Soterio USA to collapse. Severe storms that blew through Butler Township pulled trees out of the ground by their roots and snapped others right in half. One resident along Foothills Drive tells News 13 that she believes, without a doubt, that a tornado ripped through her property, and she says she has never seen anything like it.
As the wind was picking up and I could hear the rain, I looked out my bedroom window and I seen like a big gray, looked like a cloud going across the back of my yard, and my neighbor's trees were falling over like a domino effect. So I ran to the front of the house, I looked out, and my 50-year-old pines were just snapping over like twigs blocking the street. And then all of a sudden, a woman came to my door hysterical. A tree fell next to her car. So we took her in, and then we realized my neighbor took a direct hit on his house. One of his trees just uprooted, and it happened so quick. It was like, I never seen anything like it in all the years I'm living here. This was unbelievable. Even my shingles were lifted off the house, and trees that from across the street were blown in my yard, and all my patio furniture is, I don't even know where it is. We lost our cable, we lost our phone, power, everything. Everything is just, my neighbor, his house got bombarded. We had to cut just so he could get out of his house. The neighbor across the street, they took a direct hit on their living room, plus their car was hit with a tree. And this poor girl that was riding down the road, one of my trees blew over and just fell right in front of her car. She slammed on the brakes, jumped out and ran. She was hysterical. It just happened so quick.
The National Weather Service reported that by 7 p.m., most of the intense weather did pass. Still, areas all around greater Hazleton were dealing with the aftermath of these severe storms. Nearly 6,000 PPL customers in Luzerne County, plus an additional 1,000 in Schuylkill County, still had their power knocked out last night, and today, some still remain in the dark. We spoke with two Hazleton residents who are not happy.
Well, the story they've been giving us is that it's a magnitude of all over the area. But from what I can see, our area is fine. We were told that they're sending trucks out of the area. And then again, we were told that they're not sending trucks out of the area till all the power in the city is restored. We don't have power. So one is a lie somewhere.
We've made multiple calls to PP&L. We were told that this is a broad spectrum outage, which we do understand. But they just continue to disregard us because we're only 8 families that are without power. The rest of the neighborhood and the rest of the city, from what we can tell, has power.
First we got a word of 3 days. Then we got a word of by 11 o'clock tonight. But nobody can give a definite answer.
This is a problem that should have been taken care of 8 months ago when we first started complaining about the overgrown trees that continue to take the power down and blow out the transformers. Had that been addressed 8 or 9 months ago, we wouldn't be in this situation today.
From what we were told last night, someone mentioned over the phone that right now we're not even thinking about you people.
According to PPL Electric Utilities in Luzerne County, over 800 total customers still remain without service, while nearly 3,700 customers have already been restored. In Schuylkill County, about 140 customers remain out of service, while nearly 190 customers have already been restored. News 13 asked you to share some of your storm photos you may have caught on camera during yesterday's severe weather. This first one comes from Dominic Diebel of Hazleton. Dominic snapped this storm shot from his vehicle while driving near Schick Shimmy. Frank Skakowski from Greenridge sent us this picture of his backyard where lightning struck. He says he saw the bolt, then sparks, then 2 clouds of smoke, and calls it a close one. Becky DeWald Liso snapped this picture in her backyard in Zion Grove. The heavy wind sent her gazebo across her yard, leaving it in pieces. And finally, check out this image taken just as the storm was heading into downtown Hazleton. This picture was snapped along Broad Street. Thank you to everyone who shared your storm footage with News 13. After yesterday's severe weather, the big question is the weather over for good, or can we expect more? That answer in just a bit, but first, tonight's creative conditions sent to us from Logan Fritz, a student from Valley Elementary School. Logan's picture shows lots of rain. Let's check on the weather and see if he is right. Tonight's weather, mostly cloudy skies with a low down to 67 degrees, scattered thunderstorms to be expected. Then tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 78. Again, scattered thunderstorms heading our way. Tonight's forecast brought to you by Just Windows and much, much more. They're located on 1st Street in Freeland. Give them a call today, 636-1133. After keeping 15 pit bulls in his basement, locked in cages full of their own feces and vomit, a Frackville man will be charged by police. The dog's owner, Michael Williams, will face 15 counts of animal cruelty plus several other charges. News 13 was able to visit these young dogs at the Hillside SPCA on Thursday, along with one other dog who remains in critical condition at Mountain Shadow Veterinarian Hospital in Schuylkill Haven. One of the 15 dogs found in the deplorable conditions was dead. Hillside SPCA is accepting donations at this time due to overcrowding. Coming up on News 13, our Janine Mazurkevich has details on a community event that will help local children get back to school with all the supplies that they need. Plus, the investigation of a crash involving Hazleton's police chief is complete. The latest is coming up.
SSP TV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr. and Ron Marchetti.
No one was predicting the Cleveland Indians to get into the postseason this year, but they've had a heck of a run. As we're getting ready to leave the month of July and get into August, the Indians are hanging tough in the American League Central. They've been one of the surprise teams. Now, can this organization finish it out and really be a playoff contender this year? Time will tell. What does that have to do with anything? Well, of course, both Kyle Landis and Russ Kanzler, our local minor league products, well, they're in the Cleveland Indian organization. And the question is, what kind of future is waiting for them? We asked that question to Russ Kanzler when his Columbus team was in Lehigh Valley earlier this week. And Russ right now, very content to be a member of the Cleveland Indians.
I have a very good opportunity with these guys here to get every day at bats and to show myself. You know, there's a saying in baseball: you're playing for the other 29 teams as well. There's trades that happen. Obviously, I'm an example of that. You know, trades happen all the time. Guys unfortunately get hurt at the major league level, so you always have to be ready for that major league call up. And I try to approach that every single day when I'm out here on the field. I try to make sure that I'm doing everything I can. So if I do get that opportunity in the major leagues, I'm ready and I can stay up there instead of going up and coming back down. But you know, it's just if anything, you know, the trade this offseason and being back here in AAA, you know, it just makes you realize that it's really out of your hands. You know, there's only so much you can control, and you kind of have to be right place, right time. But like I said, I have a very good opportunity here with this organization.
It's one of the amazing things. The one organization he was in that you figured could be his fast track to the big leagues, the Cubs, they really seem to want no parts of him at the end. The Rays, well, they traded him, and the Indians, they're all up-and-coming organizations, so we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, on the minor league level, Kanzler and his mates had a big night last night against the Toledo Mud Hens. They bombed them by the score of 16-2, and Kanzler, well, he had himself a very, very comfortable night at the plate. A couple of hits, including going yard, knocked in some runs, and that average seems to be staying very steady now around that 275 mark, so we're looking for that last little push to get his average a little bit closer to 300 before it all ends. We'll wait and see. Now, Kyle Landis nor anybody else on Akron could impress anybody from the Indians last night. They were postponed because of rain. They were in Bowie. Bowie is down in Maryland, and Maryland got the same kind of weather we got rolling through here last night, so you understand what happened there. The baby Yankees were nowhere close to home. They were down in the Carolinas, and they edged out Charlotte by the score of 8-7. Now, you know where Lehigh Valley is, so you know the deal there. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. We'll see what happens. As far as that other day, maybe tonight. Here's what's going on. Toledo and Columbus, Bowie, Akron, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Charlotte, as we told you. And there's Norfolk, Lehigh Valley. That's going to be a double dip, just like Erie, because of the rain last night. So they're going to get underway in, right down the road as we take a look. Major League Baseball resets for the weekend. You got the Red Sox in the Bronx. Tampa Bay goes out to where Joe Madden used to call home. That would be Anaheim to play the LA Angels. Phillies and Braves, Pirates in Houston, and you got the New York Mets out in the desert against Arizona. That's the weekend as we look ahead. And tonight we're brought to you by our friends at Stripes and Strikes. Make the right call and get down to Stripes and Strikes because baseball season is here. Now we're talking baseball pants, jerseys, hats, gloves, bats, batting gloves, bags, catcher's equipment. You got league discounts available. All the top name brands, Wilson, Rawlings, DeMarini, and Diamond. Check it out at Stripes and Strikes, your headquarters for softball and baseball. Look for the big green awning down across from Gianetti's Best Western on Route 309 in Hazleton.
The Olympic Games opening ceremonies in London tonight on this final Friday of July. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Shots, which is a recap of this past week. Ernie Els won the British Open golf tournament after Adam Scott collapsed. Scott led by 4 strokes in the final round with 4 holes to go. The Oakland A's swept the Yankees, 4 straight in Oakland, all by 1 run. Barry Larkin and Ron Santo were inducted into Cooperstown, which is the home of baseball's Hall of Fame. Joe Paterno's statue was removed from Beaver Stadium after sanctions were issued, and I don't want you to have to listen to them again. Mother of God. Ichiro was traded to the Yankees from Seattle for 2 minor leaguers. Ichiro was AL Rookie of the Year and MVP in 2001. He won 10 Gold Gloves and appeared in 10 All-Star games. He, of course, is not the player he was, but still a good pickup. Too bad he can't pitch. Anyway, just in case you forgot his last name, it's Suzuki. Miami Dolphins wide receiver Chad Ochocinco has changed his name back to what it was before, Chad Johnson. Alex Rodriguez is only on the DL for 6 to 8 weeks after getting hit by a pitch that broke his hand. A-Rod hit his 15th home run of the season this week, but he also struck out for the 2,000th time. Only one other major league player besides A-Rod struck out 2,000 times in his career. So who do you think it is? Mickey Mantle? Babe Ruth? Marv Miller Time Throneberry? I don't think so. The correct answer, Reggie Jackson. Pitcher Cole Hamels was re-signed by the Phillies for $144 million over the next 6 years. Adam Dunn of the White Sox, who didn't even get in this year's All-Star game, hit his major league leading 30th home run. Dunn is only the 3rd major league player to hit 30 dingers for 8 straight seasons. The other 2 are Pujols and Cesaro. Locally, the Valley West 13-year-olds were eliminated from the state tourney, but they are still Babe Ruth All-Star District 4 champions. Valley West 15s are still alive. They reached the Babe Ruth State semifinal, which was rained out last night. Wendy's overpowered Team Supply to capture its 2nd straight Greater Hazleton, Hazel Township Junior Babe Ruth League Championship. And the Valley East Minor League All-Star team won the West Hazleton 7-8-year-old baseball tournament. Have a great weekend, everybody. Till Monday. Stay loose.
I'm now on your screen those winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck to you if you played. Your daily number 883, Big 4 3113. Quinto 69397, and your treasure hunt 4 18 22 25 29. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. First tonight, happy birthday goes out to Marianne Wojtek. She celebrates on Sunday. This wish comes with love from your mom and Uncle Tommy. Tonight's Talk of the Town report, the Eckley Miners Village Associates will be holding a Meet the New Site Director event Thursday, August 9th from 5 to 7 p.m. This event will allow guests to meet the staff and volunteers and Eckley's new director, Dr. Bode Morin. And one more announcement, Eckley will also be celebrating Living History and Civil War Weekend August 18th and 19th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Enjoy a weekend filled with arms and artillery demonstrations, craftsmen, great food, and music. For more information about these events or Eckley Miners Village, give them a call today, 570-636-2070. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Benjamin F. Heffelfinger of Cunningham. Funeral will be held Monday at 11 a.m. in the Christ Evangelical Lutheran Church. Friends may call at the church Monday from 10 to 11 a.m. The Harmon Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. Manus M. Gallagher of Hazleton. Mass will be held Monday at 10 a.m. at the Holy Annunciation Parish. Friends may call at the church Monday from 9 to 10 a.m. The Cropton Hughes Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. And Richard V. Urban, formerly of West Hazleton. Relatives and friends are invited to a graveside service Monday at 1:30 p.m. at the Transfiguration Cemetery. There will be no public viewing. The Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu. And remember, there's always plenty of free gated parking behind the Marco building.
It's a fun event for adults, but it's all about benefiting kids. Here's Jenny Mazarkevich with more.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're here at Casats, and there's an event coming up here on Alter Street at Casats. We're going to benefit the kids. It's back to school, and we're going to be raising some funding, and we're asking you to bring some supplies. It's a Power of Hazleton event, and I'm with the three people that are making this happen. We have Aaron O'Donnell, who is the director. We have Mary Angie Schell, who's a volunteer, and also for United Charities and Start Smart. And we have Kira, and she is going to be our entertainment. So Aaron, tell us about this great event.
Well, we're actually having, we have monthly mixers. We decided that, okay, we're coming into August. What is, the time of year, or what kind of community event can we possibly do? We figured it's getting ready for back to school. So we understood that the United Way has the Start Smart program that helps collect school supplies for the Hazleton area school district. So we decided to have a mixer and invite everybody to come along and bring supplies.
All right, and the mixer is going to be when?
It's next week, August 2nd. It's a Thursday from 6 to 8.
All right, and we're inviting everyone out, not only Power members, but anyone from the community. It's a free event. And Mary Angie, thank you so much for all the volunteerism you do with United Way. Tell us about the Start Smart program, and tell us what people should bring with them when they arrive.
Okay, Start Smart is a program of the United Way of Greater Hazleton, and it supports the member agencies as well as private agencies in the community to help children start smart back in school. So if we have supplies, they can start, hit the ground running, when school starts in August. So what people can bring is, backpacks, pencils, paper. What we want is to be able to provide the materials to children who might otherwise not have those items to start school, and it is very, very helpful. And with the economy the way it is, everything helps. So, please come out and support it, and we are very appreciative of Power doing this, and all the community groups in Hazleton who have bins and who are providing support for us.
As a member of Power, Aaron and I have been talking with the members that we generated, and you might think that people can go to the dollar store and get these supplies, but sadly, some people do start school without these school supplies that they need. So this is something that we're really asking people to come out and bring some items that include maybe a clear backpack. What are some of those other items?
Pencils, paper, whatever you would think you'd need to start in school, because obviously to be able to be prepared to learn, you need to have the items. So pens, paper, pencils, notebooks, clear backpacks, any of those items. And the community has been wonderful over the years, and we have been able to meet the need, and we're hoping with the economy the way it is that continues, and with the support of groups like this, I know it'll be a success, and we are very appreciative.
Speaking of success, Kara, you just graduated from high school, and I'm honored to have you have the entertainment with us. It's great to have someone in the community who's young and fresh out of school to start with a program such as Start Smart. So tell us about what you're going to be doing here for the event.
It'll be me and Brandon Rice, and we will be putting on a duo, doing some, mix of top 40 stuff and some older stuff, so everybody will be able to hear music that they can enjoy.
Okay. And what do you think about a program like this? You just got out of high school and you see some of the problems and maybe challenges of some of the students and what they face.
I mean, I think it's definitely a great idea to have, a benefit like this to donate, because of course, I've been through school. I know, it's expensive, and you have kids, you have to get the binders, the notebooks, and I think that it's great that, there's going to be something to help people who maybe can't afford it.
All right. Again, and Kara's going to be donating her time. Power is going to be donating their time. And thank you to Casats. They're donating this beautiful facility. We will be outdoors 6 to 8. It's happening next Thursday. We're inviting all of the Power members and members of the community to join us right here for a night of fun and also a night of fundraising for the kids of Greater Hazleton.
Okay, thank you so much, Janine. Moving on tonight, a narcotics investigation led to the arrest of a Tresco man on Wednesday. Hazleton State Police nabbed 32-year-old Shamir Hakim at his Chestnut Street home after watching him sell crack cocaine and heroin for several weeks, thanks to the help of surveillance cameras and a confidential informant. Hakim now faces several charges, including 4 felony counts of manufacture. He remains behind bars tonight, unable to post $75,000 bail. A NASCAR Camping World Truck Series driver made his way to Greater Hazleton just 1 week before he will be racing the Tricky Triangle in the Poconos. News 13 stopping by Independence Toyota to meet Todd Bodine, a driver for Red Horse Racing. He is sponsored by Toyota Care and was signing autographs for his local fans and took some time out for us.
Well, we're out here at Independence Toyota doing some autographs. Brian and Anita Musgrave, the owners, are great supporters of our golf tournament and part of the NEPA Toyota dealers, and they're going to sponsor us at the Pocono race. So we're here to support them and do some autographs, meet some great people.
Bodine has been racing his entire life and has won 2 championships, one in 2006, the other in 2010. We wish him the best of luck for the rest of his racing season and look forward to seeing him race at Pocono next weekend. More news and information is headed your way next here on News 13. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Hazleton's top cop has been cited after an investigation into the crash that happened back in May in downtown Hazleton.
From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Thanks so much for staying with us tonight. I'm Jasmine Brooks. State police, along with the State Attorney General's office, have completed the investigation of a crash involving Hazleton City Police Chief Frank DeAndrea. Chief DeAndrea now faces a summary traffic citation after state police say he ran a red light along Broad Street. In addition, a civil lawsuit may be filed against the city of Hazleton. The May 18th crash injured 80-year-old Walter Bloss of Drums while he was riding a motor scooter. Summary citations against both drivers were filed in the Office of Magisterial District Judge Joe Zola. News 13 spoke with Chief DeAndrea this morning, who says he cannot comment on the crash due to the potential civil suit. News 13 has learned that a body was found near the Delacroix Field in Freeland. We are now waiting for more information from Freeland Police about this incident. At this time, investigators remain tight-lipped about what happened on the north side. Moving on tonight, could the Hazleton Area School District have waited to buy the Can-Do building in Butler Township? Does the district have the money to staff the school? These are some controversial questions school board members don't seem to agree on. News 13 spoke with Minority School Board member Tony Bonomo, who believes the board is being irresponsible with taxpayer money.
I just think that at this point in time, I think there's a lot of deception that's going on. It's hard for me to figure whether we're being told, the real fact of the matter. We got the teachers to freeze their salaries. We froze administrative salaries. We froze maintenance salaries. And you do that in one breath, and then in the next breath, you go and spend probably, you know, $10 million plus what you're going to need to get those schools up to you know, to where you need to be. Well, you know, you hear from administration, well, the numbers are increasing, and you know, it's all it is. I mean, until you see the factual numbers, I mean, it's just a lot of BS as far as I'm concerned. Until you see the number of kids in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade that are going to go to that school. I mean, we put a number of 500 on the magnet school, and that's all well and good to do that if you're trying to sell something, but until the fact of the matter is, until you see what the actual facts are, it's going to be hard to for me to digest what's going on. And I just think it's very fiscally irresponsible to do what this board has done. I mean, overcrowding has been an issue from day one, in you know, as far back as the school district could remember, I'm sure of it. But here we go, in financially tough times, we go and purchase 2 buildings, which ultimately the burden is going to go on the taxpayers, and that's not what I'm all about as far as that goes.
Bonomo says he is not totally opposed to a magnet school, but rather is being fiscally responsible. Bonomo and fellow minority member Clarence John were in favor of buying the Hafey building. The reason being the district could use the grounds and the building which sit on the high school campus. Bonomo says he believes that the money spent on the Can-Do building could have better been spent on reducing the district's growing debt. News 13 reached out to other school board members who disagree with Bonomo. We will hear from those members come next week. Severe storms ripped through the greater Hazleton area late Wednesday afternoon, leaving power lines down, trees knocked over, and homes damaged. Dark clouds moved in quickly and heavy rain followed. Within minutes, the wind picked up, causing treacherous conditions on the roadways. In Foster Township, the heavy wind and rain caused this building behind Soterio USA to collapse. Severe storms that blew through Butler Township pulled trees out of the ground by the roots and snapped others right in half. One resident along Foothills Drive tells News 13 that she believes without a doubt that a tornado ripped through her property and says she has never seen anything like it.
As the wind was picking up and I could hear the rain, I looked out my bedroom window and I seen like a big gray, looked like a cloud going across the back of my yard, and my neighbor's trees were falling over like a domino effect. So I ran to the front of the house, I looked out, and my 50-year-old pines were just snapping over like twigs blocking the street. And then all of a sudden a woman came to my door hysterical. A tree fell next to her car, so we took her in, and then we realized my neighbor took a direct hit on his house. One of his trees just uprooted, and it happened so quick. It was like, I never seen anything like it in all the years I'm living here. This was unbelievable. Even my shingles were lifted off the house, and trees that from across the street were blown in my yard, and all my patio furniture is, I don't even know where it is. We lost our cable, we lost our phone, power, everything. Everything is just, my neighbor, his house got bombarded. We had to cut just so he could get out of his house. The neighbor across the street, they took a direct hit on their living room, plus their car was hit with a tree. And this poor girl that was riding down the road, one of my trees blew over and just fell right in front of her car. She slammed on the brakes, jumped out and ran. She was hysterical. It just happened so quick.
The National Weather Service reported that by 7 p.m. last night, most of the intense weather passed. Still, areas all around Greater Hazleton were dealing with the aftermath of the severe storms. Nearly 6,000 PPL customers in Luzerne County, plus an additional 1,000 in Schuylkill County, still had their power knocked out as of last night, and today, some still remain in the dark. We spoke to 2 Hazleton residents who are not happy.
Well, the story they've been giving us is that it's a magnitude of all over the area. But from what I can see, our area is fine. We were told that they're sending trucks out of the area. And then again, we were told that they're not sending trucks out of the area till all the power in the city is restored. We don't have power. So one is a lie somewhere.
We've made multiple calls to PP&L. We were told that this is a broad spectrum outage, which we do understand. but they just continue to disregard us because we're only 8 families that are without power. The rest of the neighborhood and the rest of the city, from what we can tell, has power.
First we got a word of 3 days. Then we got a word of by 11 o'clock tonight. But nobody can give a definite answer.
This is a problem that should have been taken care of 8 months ago when we first started complaining about the overgrown trees that continue to take the power down and blow out the transformers. Had that been addressed 8 or 9 months ago, we wouldn't be in this situation today.
From what we were told last night, someone mentioned over the phone that right now we're not even thinking about you people.
According to PPL Electric Utilities in Luzerne County, over 800 total people still remain out of service, while nearly 3,700 customers have had their power restored. In Schuylkill County, about 140 customers remain out of service, while nearly 190 have restored. News 13 asked you to share some of your storm photos with us. You may have caught them on camera during yesterday's severe weather, and we wanted to take a look at them. This first one comes from Dominic Diebel of Hazleton. He says he snapped this storm shot from his vehicle while driving near Chick-Shinny. Frank Skakowski from Green Ridge sent us this picture of his backyard where lightning struck. Skakowski says he saw the bolt, then sparks, then clouds of smoke. He calls it a close one. Becky DeWall DeLiso snapped this picture in her backyard in Zion Grove. The heavy wind sent her gazebo across her yard, leaving it in pieces. And finally, check out this image taken just as the storm was heading into downtown Hazleton. This picture was snapped along Broad Street. News 13 wants to thank everyone who shared your storm footage with us. After yesterday's severe weather, the big question is it over for good, or can we expect more bad weather to hit our area? That answer in just a bit, but first, tonight's creative condition sent to us by Logan Fritz, a student from Valley Elementary School. Logan's picture shows lots of rain. Let's check and see if Logan is right. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies with a scattered thunderstorms throughout the night, low down to 67 degrees. Taking a look at that 4-day outlook, it goes like this. Scattered showers will hit our area Saturday, along with some thunderstorms possible in the afternoon. Partly sunny skies besides that, with a high near 78 degrees. Into sunny, we're going to see calm wind with a high near 81 degrees, and the sunshine will be coming out. Monday, mostly sunny, a high near 81 degrees. And taking a look at Tuesday, a chance of showers along with thunderstorms, partly sunny skies with a high near 80 degrees. Your forecast tonight brought to you by the Lazy Dog Salon Dog and Cat Grooming. They're located at 525 North Broad Street in West Hazleton. You can give them a call any day of the week, 459-0310. And Valley High Drive-In, they're located on Route 93 in West Hazleton, excuse me. They have food, desserts, ice cream, and so much more, and they're open for the summer season. Coming up on News 13, the results of a statewide crackdown on synthetic drugs. Plus, we'll head to one event that was brought back by popular demand. And if you like blueberries, this will surely be a treat. More than $1 million worth of synthetic drugs seized during a statewide crackdown called Operation Synthetic High. On Wednesday, News 13 was on scene as police confiscated several boxes of synthetic marijuana from Puff and Stuff Cigarette Superstore in West Hazleton, along with money, records, and paraphernalia. Statewide, more than 50 sites were also raided. The news comes from Attorney General Linda Kelly, who says synthetic marijuana and bath salts were the outlawed drugs taken after search warrants were executed to smoke shops, gas stations, convenience stores, and even homes. Luzerne County was one of 8 counties where the raids took place. News 13 has been following the story of LJ, an 18-year-old Hazleton boy who has been fighting cancer. Our News 13's Gary Perna talked with LJ as he prepares for surgery happening on Monday. Gary?
Well, thanks, Jasmine. I'm joined by a good friend of ours, LJ Cunningham. And LJ, a few weeks ago, we talked to you about a benefit that you were having. So first of all, let's remind our viewers, LJ is battling testicular cancer, and on Monday, this coming Monday, LJ is going to have to go for surgery down in Philadelphia. So LJ, let's first talk about the benefit that was held and the fun that you had.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. I was glad to see everybody come out. You know, everybody supported me like I was expecting. I said Mother Nature helped out a lot. It helped us out. The benefit, it's very helpful. It was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
Okay. And the benefit, of course, was held at Hazleton Township Community Park. So there was a lot to do. There was. And I saw the pictures. And so was there something that maybe stuck out in your mind about that day, just seeing all the people, something like that?
It was very overwhelming to see all the people there that helped me, support me, get me through this. You know, it makes me, like I said, feel like I'm not alone in this. You know, it makes me feel like I have a lot of people behind me helping me with this.
And let's talk, Monday is the big day. Monday you'll head down to Philadelphia for the surgery. So what are you expecting for the surgery?
I'm just expecting to have the surgery. They take the kidney out, they get everything done, and I don't have to do this anymore. Just get it done and over with.
And your dad's sitting across from us, and he's already and for this, and just for it to be over. And you've been battling this almost a year now.
Yeah, last year, December 2011, I was diagnosed with the cancer, and we've been moving on ever since. And now we're to this point where we're just one step closer to getting it all taken care of.
And testicular cancer in males from 18 to 25 really isn't that uncommon, but it has spread up into your system, and that's a little bit more uncommon.
Right, yeah, the testicular cancer is it's common in 18 to 25-year-olds, but where it's at now is very untypical. It's not common. It was a mystery, basically, is what it was.
And they actually have to take your kidney out now.
Yeah, they have to take the mass and the kidney. They have to work around the aorta, and they have to make sure the spleen and the liver isn't involved like they think it is.
Okay, all right. And, of course, you still have your fund. When you go through, anyone who has dealt with any type of cancer or any type of illness knows how expensive it can become, and insurances don't always cover everything. And so, LJ, you still have a fund set up at PNC Bank that people can still donate to, helping you with the drive down there and the medical expenses.
Right. The fund is under LJ's Fight Against Cancer Fund. I said we're accepting anything. Anything helps, really.
Okay. And, of course, we wish you the best of luck. And please let us know on Tuesday or Wednesday how it went, because I'm sure everyone will want to know. And we wish you the best of luck. I'm Gary Perna. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thanks so much, Gary. Now, LJ wanted News 13 to thank VLC for helping with the tricky trays, Kelly Niddle, who helped put the event together, his grandparents, of course, and the band 2 for 1, and also everyone who donated and made it a success. We wish you very much luck on Monday, LJ. All right, stick around. We have details on the event happening tomorrow in Freeland. Not only is it for an amazing cause, but you'll get the chance to see State Representative Tara Toohill get dunked. More on that in just a minute. Plus, we'll hear more from Russ Kanzler and what the future holds for him. News 13 has been telling you all week long about a very delicious fundraiser happening in Hazleton, all to raise money for a local church. It was a full house at St. John's Lutheran Church on Thursday afternoon, and blueberries were the hot item on the menu. Everything from blueberry muffins to blueberry pie, and yes, even their famous blueberry sundaes. The church also was serving hot food items too. Pastor Matthew Rasmussen told News 13 this event took a little break for a few years, but was welcomed back with open arms and empty bellies. And because it's the perfect time to catch a flick, the Butler Township Recreation Board, along with the Valley East Baseball, are also sponsoring a free movie night tonight. The fun starts tonight at 7 p.m. and then the movie will go on at dark, right out on the center field. Enjoy a bounce house, free hot dogs, free snacks, and drinks. Don't forget to bring those pillows and blankets too. Now, as for the Hazle Township Recreation Authority's free movie night in Hazle Township Community Park that was scheduled for last night, that rain date is Sunday, July 29th at 8:30 p.m. The Freeland community invites you to the Frally, Friends Helping Friends, at the Freeland Community Parish Center this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. This event will benefit Chrissy Gaffney Feisner, who is fighting acute myeloid leukemia. The day will also include games and food. There is something for the whole family to do. That is absolutely true. Again, that benefit bazaar gets underway this Saturday from 10 to 11. I'm sorry, that starts at 11 to 10. Another exciting part, State Representative Toohill will be on hand to get dunked, and that should definitely be a lot of fun. All right, before we say goodnight, I would like to wish our director, Mike Terleski, a very, very happy birthday. So happy birthday to you, Mike. That's going to do it for us tonight. Thanks so much for making us a part of your day. You can catch this newscast again with the rebroadcast throughout tonight, or just simply go to News 13's website, ssptv.com. There you will find everything Greater Hazleton and beyond. It's all just one click away. On behalf of our News 13 team, be safe, and we'll see you on Monday.